All right, filling up to the line now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as they get things situated, I'll tell you a little bit about this place. Welcome to Castillo de San Marcos National Monument, part of your National Park Service. As you visit with us today, ladies and gentlemen, just a few of the safety guidelines about your visit here to the Castillo. The National Park Service this year actually is celebrating its 100th anniversary. We have been caring for this building for quite some time, thank you, and part of the process for caring for this fort is actually pretty difficult. We're constantly doing repairs on the rock, repairs on the floors, and some of the rooms are only about 2 or 3 months old. We just had to replace them, and we're always doing something to this fort. In addition to that, we have 750,000 visitors a year walk through this place. This building was designed for combat, yes, but it was not designed for all of you day in and day out to walk through it. So we just ask all of you to help us as you explore the fort today by minimizing your contact with our walls and to not sit or stand on these shellstone walls as you explore. Every time someone touches these walls, a shell breaks loose, and we are trying our very best to make sure the fort does not look like the steps you see down there at the seawall, trying to minimize the wear and tear on the building. So just help us out by not sitting or standing on the walls during your visit today. During the firing demonstration right now, our basic safety guideline is for all of you over here to stay on your side of the white line painted on the floor until we say our cannon is safe at the end of the program. After we say it's safe, you're welcome to cross that line, ask questions, and take pictures. We just ask you to wait till we say it is safe at the end of the program. When the cannon is fired, yes, it will be very loud. If you have any small children with you, please make sure they cover their ears or cover their ears for them when the time comes. Could you not stand on the wall, please? Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen that already have your ears covered, I can assure you the gun will not go off during my presentation. We will give you plenty of advance notice. So somebody will say cover your ears before this gun fires. And the cannon that we are about to fire for you. Historically, this cannon was actually called a 6-pounder iron gun. Can anyone guess what kind of ball it would have shot? A 6-pound ball. They are named just as simple as that. That ball was the size of a baseball, weighed 6 pounds, it was made out of solid iron, so contrary to what you see in the movies, the cannonball did not explode. It was a solid metal object being thrown from this fort really fast, and it was designed to break through stuff. This cannon here was actually capable of throwing that ball about as far away as you see our lighthouse, 1.5 miles away downrange. But as you look around the fort, you will find out there's much larger weapons on display. Pointing towards the city, there's a collection of 16, 18, and 24 pounders. At the seawall, we have a 32-pounder. Those large weapons are capable of throwing their shots anywhere from 2 to even 3 miles downrange. Can you accurately hit your target at 3 miles away? No, you cannot. But you are still capable of launching the shot at that distance. And fortunately for a fortress, the job of this place was to defend and protect, not run out and go attack someone. So all you do for a fort is sit here, try to maintain control, and push back the attacker. If you can get the attacker to stand back, there's a chance your supply lines will make it in, there's a chance your communication can get out. So even though you can't hit your target at 3 miles away, you can still get near them and get close to them because the attacker knows the closer they get to the fort, the more accurate and the more destructive these weapons become. So it was common for someone attacking a fort to not get too close. In this fort's history, the closest the attacks ever got was camped out across the bay, a few trenches, a few hundred yards to the north, and then they did occupy the city over there to the south. But nobody was ever able to get close and up against these walls. If you got too close to these walls, the soldiers up here would do their jobs, and none of those soldiers that are outside would be returning home. But the job of this fort was to hold on control to the building itself and the surrounding area as long as they possibly could. The problem is, eventually all the stuff you have in here is going to run on empty. Soldiers will run out of gunpowder, civilians and soldiers will run out of food and water. So you have to ration everything out. Now a well-trained cannon crew, these soldiers you see here, are trained to fire a weapon such as this as quickly as 45 seconds between shots. One shot over and over again. They all know their respective positions, they all know what to do, all they hear is the command load. That works great for being on a battlefield, that is great for being on board a ship, because you have to be ready to fire as quickly as possible. But for a fortress, you're not alone with your weapon. There's lots of weapons up here working together. Once again, your job is to defend. So instead of trying to hurt and kill everyone outside, you just constantly tell the enemy, you still have gunpowder, do not approach this place. Fire a shot every once in a while just to scare them. If this bastion is not firing any of its cannons, that one over there is doing the job, as is that one on the other side. So the way all four of these corners work out is they overlap one another, and when one of them's not operating, the other two are covering for it. So you're going to watch a cannon drill today that'll take several minutes to get a shot fired. But keep in mind, as these soldiers are silent with their weapons, other weapons are doing the job. This is a drill designed to intimidate the enemy, to scare the enemy, and at the same time conserve the resources. In other words, the drill you're about to watch is something you would never see performed for battlefield combat, naval combat, and definitely not performed in the movies, because it'll take too long to get the shot fired. The soldiers up inside of the fort, folks, keep in mind, they are not concerned with gunfire hitting the top of the fort. What they are concerned about is gunfire hitting the walls and the running out of supplies. The walls of this place are designed and made to be shot at, so they have plenty of time to wait, just in case there's a problem. And ladies and gentlemen, everybody you see dressed out, these are all people representing the Spanish soldiers that once lived and worked out here. To keep with the theme, they will be calling the drill speaking in Castilian Spanish. We will say cover your ears in English when the time comes. But everybody you see dressed out, these are all volunteers. This program would not be possible if it wasn't for them, so please give them a hand for coming out today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoy this presentation, and thank you all for visiting with us.
Cañoneros, forma una línea.
¡Botafuegos, cabo!
Bonara.
Adelante del cañón. Prepárense para el ejercicio. Bendigno, Santa Barbara. Interlocutor del cañón. Llegados que si está cargado. Return la cuchara. Entra la lanada y tapa el fagot. Pasa la lanada en el cañón. Return a su lugar. A prompt to the tagador. Y pólvora. Introlado del cañón. Ataque. El atagador, su lugar. Tomen los especies. Desváganse al poner en batería el cañón. Cañón en batería. Disbansi per la punteria. Apunten. Specchesa sul lugar. Saban, die komen over goot. Tomen naar de fuego. El bar fuego en el cañón. Alto y sopla la mecha.
Cover your ears!
Fuego. El bar fuego en su lugar.
Yeah.
Someone goes to the meetings. Disbansi al sacar el cañón de la batería. Ready to fire the batería.
Todavía funciona.
Alto. Marquines a su lugar. Entra en el sacatrobos en el cañón. Pasa el sacatrobos en el cañón. Turn el sacatrobos. Como la nada y tapan el pagón.
Ahora van a hacer otro.
¿Van a hacer otro?
Sí.
Qué bueno.
Pásalo a la nada en el cañón. Return a su lugar. Forma una línea.
¡Excelente, cabo!
Bien, sí, muy bien.
¡Viva España!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you thought that shot was loud? Well, for obvious reasons, we're not shooting cannonballs. We don't want to hurt anybody. For that same reason,